All right, guys, I've attempted this twice in my lifetime. One, I did get it fixed when I cleaned the brushes here. You just clean them out, spray WD-40. Another time, another weed eater was just so bad that when I cleaned it out and everything, the motor smoked. So if you have the time, take your time. Try this first before you go spend some money. So let's see if we can get this sucker working. Just gonna go find some things here. If I have to look on YouTube to see how to take it apart, I will do that as well. But let's go. And you can see it's all, haven't been cleaning this out for breathing purposes so it doesn't overheat. So I'm neglecting it as well. So some of it can be my fault, but this is a workhorse here. Of course, you take the guard off. All you gotta do is just pull it out from here and take the spindle off as well, if I'm not mistaken. But this guard got to come off because somewhere along the line there is a split here. It's going to be hard to open, but it will open once you unscrew everything. Sometimes these are Torx. This one's a Phillips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have to come off. It's easy. What you take off, you put it back on the same way. All right, I took the guard off, 3 screws on the bottom. I don't think I'm gonna have to take this off because again, this is gonna split open. Sometimes it's tough, but if it's tough, always look to make sure you have all the screws out. This isn't gonna make a difference. But oh, see? Got 2 more. See, when I took the thing guard off, I found 2 more screws. So I would have been prying here, breaking. I could have broke this if I'm not paying attention. So just remember, you know, I started taking these off. I took the guard off. I realized, all right, maybe I don't have to take this off. But then you see I found 2 hidden screws. So like I said, if you have to go on YouTube, look it up. It's real, you know, anyone can do this if you have any kind of skills. BB can do it. She does a lot of things. That's all the skills you need, is just, you know, taking up and putting back. Note, sometimes these screws can be all the same. Sometimes you can have longer ones and shorter ones. Mine's are all the same. So just remember, when you're laying your screws down, if they're all the same, you're good. But if you have big differences, keep them separate and remember where they go to. And this opened up fairly quickly. I mean, I got lucky. I had one that was, trust me, I had to look on YouTube and everything. And that's it right there, guys. And it doesn't look dirty. So it's a possibility that the motor is going, which is cool. But you see the vents I had clogged up. I should have always kept that clean. Inside is fairly clean. But I should have always, you know, that's my fault. Again, maintenance is part of keeping up with it. And the brushes don't look bad at all. I am going to spray some WD-40 in there and go from there. But no, it just could be the motor's going. I'm just going to spray WD-40 down in there because that's where it's turning. But again, it looks clean. So, like I said, it could be that motor. But, you know, this thing does 2 houses. It's a workhorse. And if I can get this spray in there. There we go. Gotta learn how to work the pump here. And then all I'm doing is just spraying in here, and then I'll just twist this around so it can just thing. But I don't think that's going to be the problem. There's no rust signs like a previous one I worked on. There's no dirt up in here. I'm going to clean out all the holes, and all I can do is just hope for the best. If not, we'll just have to get another one. This takes less than maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Take apart, put together. So it's something you can do, guys. I promise you. Doesn't matter what your age is, if you're hurting or whatever. Not only if I was to fix this and it doesn't work, but you know what it did to me mentally? Mentally, it cured me. It kept my mind busy, occupied. I felt good. I knew there could be a 50-50 chance, so I'm not going in here getting aggravated saying, oh my God, no, just got to buy another one. You know, it is what it is. Just make sure when you put your wires down, make sure they're not going to pinch. Make sure they go inside the slots correctly. Once you spray that, you just twist it for a while. That's freely twisted. So, like I said, I'm thinking it's just going to be the motor. When it gets too hot, it's done. All right, the test. Now, just because it might work now doesn't mean that when it gets hot, it's not going to work. But the only way we'll know, because I know where shit's going on. No smoke coming out. And you know, it could be the switch too. I don't know. I don't know too much about the switches. I just know more about the motor. But so far, like I said, the only test will be now is when I tackle the yard. All right, guys, while I got this downtime, I'm going to get tackling that pushing lawnmower to straighten the blade out today. All righty. Now, I know like in the late 70s, early 80s, when we used to go to Puerto Rico and used to stay there with my grandma, I learned a lot of things from my uncles and cousins, which is basically, you know, fix things and stuff. Like they used to make stuff with wooden handles from a tree. And I'm sure it's done here in the United States. But back then, you know, I did learn a lot about if you ain't got the money, do what you got to do to straighten it out. Okay, and the only reason I'm mentioning that is because this blade is not that old. And I sure hate to buy another one. They're not $8 no more. I mean, sometimes these blades can be $32 a piece. So, I mean, I'm going to try to straighten this sucker out. Try to get it a little bit sharper with my sledgehammer. But you see here, I got concrete. So, for me to do this on concrete, I can crack this concrete. I don't have a metal top bench, which I regret. So I'm going to find something metal hard to wrap this up and straighten it out. I know lawnmower people, they take their blades off or they grind them every year. But like I said, normally I just run the hell out of the blades and just replace them on the new lawnmower. So let me find something heavy to hit this on. All right, some people are probably thinking like, dude, BB's gonna kill you. I got this cast iron skillet. We don't use it that much. It is heavy. Yes, like I said, it's heavy. Even though food cooked on there is amazing, but it'll withstand this. Wood underneath it, protecting the concrete. One miss of this, you'll shatter your concrete. All right, guys? So, let's see if we can straighten this sucker out. And I might not be able to. And if I can't be able to, then guess what? I got to get another blade. Which looks like I'm going to have to get another blade. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's bent. She's bent, boy. Yeah. You can't save that, guys. All right. There goes that video, but I'm still going to show you. Sometimes you can do it. Sometimes you can't. And the other thing, too, is I don't have the strength like I used to. Maybe some young cat can do it. Maybe getting it in a vise. But my setup here, it's not really this we found in the garbage, this whole thing here, if you remember in the video. This is a good indoor thing. It's a good working thing, but it's not like banging and putting something. I'm sure if I put a vise on here, it'll rip this out. Vices you got to put on the metal thing. All right, let me just go sharpen up my machete. and order a blade, and I'll let you know how much it costs. Here's a blade, my machete. You guys seen this in Puerto Rico? Like I said, I just remember my uncles, and like I said, this can happen anywhere in the United States. I'm just reflecting from stories from Puerto Rico. Even my cousin that you've seen in the Puerto Rico videos to this day, they still, you know, they would get a piece of wood and put it here. They'd use bamboo trees, put a knife on it to cut the coconuts. I mean, they still do stuff like that. Those machetes that you've seen in, let me get this started. Haven't used this in a long time. It's probably gonna take a while to get it rolling. The brushes are probably dirty. Come on. But even my cousin till this day, the one with the farm, yeah, this sucker, I'm not having a good day. This hasn't been used in like, and I bet you the brushes are stuck here. This thing used to go faster than that. Anyway, the whole point is still to this day, my cousin, they still do the old school stuff back in the days, because again, you're saving money, you don't, you know, but let me try to figure out what the heck is going on here. If not, this video is still going up. All right, guys, I'm sorry I tried the WD-40 trick. I am not taking this apart because this is where the brushes are. And I bet you just from sitting in here, this was BB's mom's. They did have it, I think, outside. Yeah, this is brushes, but this is beyond my capability because, like I said, you'd have to take all this off, and I don't know nothing about this. So 2 fails, 1 day. I'm still laughing, okay? Just remember, guys, I didn't even get rid of the kidney stone. Last night, I started hurting again. So, I'm here today. So, it just shows you, son of a gun, just shows you right off the bat, guys, you're going to have a bad day. You're going to have a good day. You might have 2 bad days in a row, but you're definitely going to have more good days in a row. So, I didn't come here with high expectations other than this here. I think my father might have one. My father used to have an old school one. But I didn't come with high expectations with this. And, well, this I probably might have came with high expectations with the thing. This, again, was a hit and miss. Like I said, this was a miss. I'm still pushing through. You know, if this is the only thing I'm going to do today, that's fine. This lawnmower's got to go back in the shed because I don't like to leave my car outside. So, just remember, guys, if you did something like this, I mean, even pushing this lawnmower from the front to the back, okay? And I like this Bridge and Stratton better. This one is so light. This was BB's mother's. God rest her soul. Like I said, she had given this to us. This one's so light. That's why I'll never let, you know, you can see the wheels crooked and everything. I'll never let this sucker go anywhere. Change spark plugs and oil, but even if you're just doing this right here, guys, you're doing something, you know? And if we motivated you to do something, then you know what? We've done what we've done. It doesn't matter how many views we get. Doesn't matter how much money we made off a video. The whole point comes down to is that together, you and I just are doing it. You know, we're not going to let things dictate us, even though sometimes they can, but we're going to find other ways. So, weed eater, I don't know yet. I might just start weed eating and see what happens from there, if I'm going to need a new weed eater or not. So, let me get this other area cleaned up. Let me tackle this real quick and see where I'm at with this weed eater. All right, I'm gonna attempt to cut this with this that I fixed and, well, really didn't do nothing to it. Just clean the vents out, but we're gonna see if it's the motor. I mean, if it's the trigger, I don't know nothing. I can't tell the difference between the motor and the trigger, but we're gonna see if it's something. All right, it did pretty good, but it's not hot out today. That's number one. So I did manage to cut that and around there, but this is too much for weed eating. Normally I would get here with the hand lawnmower because I try to save these elephant ears here that are in here. So I would cut there. This is a lot of weeds. It's pretty strong weeds here. And then that I'm gonna have to spray, but all right, so far so good. Knock on wood, because like I said, it's not hot today. So I'm just gonna wrap this, put this away, order that blade, get the blade here, do it the right way, because like I said, that just makes it harder on my back, my arms, my elbows. And again, we're not trying to kill ourselves out here. And let me tell you something, even if you did this piece right here, and that's all you did, and every day you did this piece, today, tomorrow, take a break, the next day, then this could be done in a week. Maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, and you'll get it done. I promise you. This here is another project I gotta tackle. It's leaking right here. I know it's a rubber seal. I think you loosen that screw up there, they say. I've seen it on YouTube. Hopefully I have the strength to remove that without stripping it. Replace the rubber seal. I'll do a video about it. I mean, if not, then I'm gonna have to figure out something to literally replace that whole head, because we just can't be having that. That's a lot of waste. Our water bill can be yeah, I'm gonna go water the stuff even though it's gonna rain. Just got to get this ground saturated, got to get these trees ready. But I even forgot what I was gonna say. I might have to go back and re-listen to. But the whole point is that normally my water bill can be $15 a month, $20 if I'm watering every day, $10 if we go on vacation and we're gone like a week or two. I want to keep that water bill as low as possible. So I'm just gonna water this here, get this ready. So when the rain comes, because sometimes they say it's going to rain a lot and we just get spits and things. So it's another thing you guys can do. It's water your plants. It's good mental therapy, guys. Good mental therapy. See right there, this sugar sand, the water just goes right over it. It's not very friendly. But we do have a lot of stuff in here, like manure, and I think she put soil in there and everything. But eventually the soil will come up or go down, whatever, and that sugar sand will take it over. But yeah, see how it's just like wet, it's dry? Yeah. This might be good for oranges, because this was an orange grove area here, but that's why I said these have to be watered every day. The thing, even though it may look like that, see how the water is not going down quick? When this water finally goes down, I'm not lying, I can take my finger and literally wipe the dirt and it'll be dry, like it wouldn't even get to the roots. So things you got to know when you come to Florida. Here's the flower of the avocado. Look at all those avocados, and of course, it's windy. I mean, look at all those. And of course, we're gonna have a big windstorm And I guarantee you, it says that an avocado, when it opens, it's just a matter of seconds before it pollinates into another. You know what I'm saying? Like it for pollination is like real quick. So a bee would have to get here, but it is so windy. Like I'm telling you. Look at all these avocados. And I guarantee you, we'll only wind up with 1 or 2 for the season. That's a shame. Got to go through this tree and get rid of all that Spanish moss, because that'll choke a tree out. This is our tree now. I have not seen nothing yet as far as flowering goes. So, let's wish it luck. Ooh, there's a lizard there. Look at that crazy stuff. That's what happens when you use wood as borders. You get all this termites. But I got my trusty old Bighangnail. We'll take care of this area here. They're going crazy. And it doesn't matter if it rains. When it rains, it dissolves. It goes into the ground. So it's even better. Look at you. You little eggy. Yep. They're going underneath there, so I gotta disturb that and sprinkle there as well. Maybe got some flowers growing along the back wall, and those will be blooming too. I don't know if I showed you guys the front, what BB did. She did the hanging flowers up here. She transported some roses there. That tree we got to move because it's getting hit from all the water and splashing the dirt. And then we got her, I know she put something here, back there, and then banana, and then whatever that is there. But that's basically what you're looking at. Nice little setup, guys. Look at them. They're doing the death dance. This stuff works pretty quick. You see him? Oop, there he is. He's doing the death dance. See him? Look at him too. He's all like, whoa. Got something today. Yep. And then eventually you'll see them. Because once they touch that, it's over with. It is over with once they touch it. See, they don't know. They're just going cuckoo. Crazy eyes. She is. Everything is watered. The ants are doing the death dance.
Good. Alright, I'm going to go get this one plant from the front, pansies. I'm going to go put some of that moss in there, the orchid moss, so it'll hold water.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm going to have to water it every day.
Yeah. Well, the storm is coming by this afternoon to be here, so.
Well, they're saying about 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so we'll cook before then. And then if it didn't rain a lot, because sometimes it does says it rains, the termites over there are doing the crazy dance.
Good.
But.
And those other ones should start blooming this year. Because it's not going to be full shade anymore. These ones here.
Well, I think these like full shade.
They like
Just
full
be careful
sun.
because you're near the ants.
Oh, yeah.
And these are the big ones, see 'em?
Oh, those are the carpenter ants, yeah.
But
All right.
they're doing the wiggly dance.
Well,
That's
they
the
can-
aloe.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go order the blade.
All right.
So it can help me out, and like I said, because it's easier to do it with the lawnmower and
Been trying to do it with the weed eater.
right, the smaller the weed eater area you can cut, the better it is for your body,
And
for you
then,
mentally.
Depending on what we're doing tomorrow, or probably maybe Saturday, I want to get out here. My jasmine's got to be cut,
Oh yeah,
trimmed up.
yeah. I'm hoping the blade. I gotta go order the blade. So.
On the wild side.
And she does have a lot of this wind. I mean, this wind
Well, I keep taking
and this
it
Spanish
out,
moss.
and this
Freaking,
will suffocate it.
I mean, love it or hate it in the South. Spanish moth, man. Moss.
Moss.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's just going crazy.
All right.
Alrighty. Just make sure something ain't nothing on the roof.
Right.
But yeah, guys, this is where we are. We're at a standstill. So again, like I said, just get out there, do something for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. Pick some Spanish moss for us if you're not, you want something to do. Come on over here. I'll give you a chair. You can pick the Spanish moss for us.
My baby is getting a little on the unruly side right now.
But it's starting to come back.
Yeah, it's gonna.
And then next thing you know what?
We'll be in the midst of everything.
You're reading my mind. Hurricane season will be.
Try not to think about it right now.
It's kind of like you clean your butt, you take a shower.
Actually, what we need to do.
And then you got to go number 2 right after you took the shower.
Listen, we need to go put that cow manure on the avocado.
Okay.
And then I will turn it in.
Yeah, because Dave's going to use the trailer next week. So, I mean, he'll move the bags and stuff, but I'm just saying he's going to use the trailer.
No, it's not what I'm talking about. Ugh.
And that's good because he'll have it out. Then we'll have this area open and we can clean it real good before he brings it back. So, but that's normally what we use for topsoil. The black cow is the better. And then BB uses the Kellogg. I'll get that, but you use the Kellogg thing, right?
Potting soil.
Yeah,
yes.
the Kellogg potting soil.
For above.
Go ahead. For above what?
For above raised beds.
Okay.
It's got more not that it has more nutrients. It's just got more of the wood chips in it to hold the moisture in better.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right, now what we got to do is undo this.
To put the potting soil?
No, it's not doing nothing.
Oh.
So why have it here and
I thought it was holding the tree up.
It's not holding the tree up.
Gotcha. Yeah.
What?
When you threw that down, you nasty sucker. You get that away from me.
Was it a frog?
Yes. Another thing, when you have sugar sand, the roots grow up on top. That's why when you seen my mother's tree topple, how the roots grow on top, because the water just does not want to go into the ground. Yes.
Right. Sugar sand is good when you need something to drain well.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to go and it's not holding the water.
Right.
Unless it gets an overabundance to where it's holding the water. And that was the issue with the hurricane.
Yeah.
Last year.
Because underneath there, believe it or not, so many feet down is clay.
Yeah.
That we found out.
Georgia clay. We got some Georgia clay here.
That's why it flooded back there during the hurricane.
Yep.
Because there is clay underneath this ground here.
Sure is. Alright, let me get all this.
What you doing here, baby?
Other than weighing down my plant.
Yes, other than weighing down your plant.
Gotta find something more sturdy than this.
We will. What, the pole?
Yeah, it's bending.
The other ones are bending too, so I don't know.
I may have to get those wrought iron ones later.
I don't know. Oh, I know why the tree is like this. This isn't mold. That's not mold.
Okay.
That's the dirt. When the water hits, it pounds it.
Splashes it up.
Yeah, so we gotta try to either come up with an idea
that's gonna fall.
to deflect it.
I wonder, maybe switch it.
Like
Hold
balance it.
Well, that's what I'm gonna try to do. All right.
Ooh.
All right.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what it is. We got to balance it. Balance of nature.
There we go.
And this sucker is still going strong.
Yeah, it is.
The cow manure, are you supposed to let it get near the bottom
Yep.
of the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not just cow manure. It's compost as well.
Okay. Because you got to be careful. You just put straight cow manure, you can't put it near the tree. It'll burn it because it holds the heat in the summertime.
No, I didn't know that all my years of farming.